Who would oppose this very simple but necessary legislation? This is not some kind of gotcha piece of legislation. It's legislation our times demand.
For more than a year, the Asian American community has been fighting two viruses, the COVID-19 pandemic and anti-Asian hate. The attacks that have been occurring against the community have been horrifying. We've heard about and seen videos of both young and elderly Asian Americans being shoved to the ground, stomped on, beaten, spat on, and shunned.
These kinds of hate crimes have gone up in every single state. As an AAPI person, it does give me pause. If I was walking around outside, I would have my earbuds on, I'd be listening to books on tape. I would never do that now because of the incidence of totally unprovoked hate crimes against AAPIs.
To help combat this bigotry and violence, I introduced legislation with Senator Hirono that would, amongst other things, create a position at the Department of Justice to facilitate expedited review of COVID-19 hate crimes, encourage more reporting of incidents in multiple languages, and help make different communities feel more empowered to come forward and report these incidents. This bill also directs federal agencies to work with community-based organizations to find ways to talk about the COVID-19 pandemic in a way that is not discriminatory.
This is a historic moment right now for the AAPI community in America. There has never been a situation during my lifetime that I've felt this level of fear and this level of vulnerability, and also a level of isolation that I do right now.
Sadly, in the history of our country, these kinds of discriminatory actions against AAPIs, who are generally viewed as the other and therefore kind of easy to target, but we had the Chinese Exclusion Act, we had the incarceration of 120,000 Japanese Americans during World War II, the horrific killing of Vincent Ching. These kinds of discriminatory actions are not new.
This issue of foreignness and xenophobia has been with us, and I fear that actually it could get worse as we know that our global competition with China is growing. We right now, at this moment, need to think about as a nation how it is that we will embrace and talk about and incorporate the AAPI community in our nation. That's what this moment is. I really do believe that the next few weeks will determine the next few decades of how Asian Americans are treated and understood and accepted in this country. And that is the period in which my kids will be growing up into their adulthood. So I will do everything I can to make sure that we seize this moment and get this passed.